So there's this claim that crypto is going to decentralize power. And yet in some ways that sort of claim that we can design a different sort of money and do away with the middleman, that claim has been around for a long, long time. When I was researching the book, I ended up going back and looking at like the history of anarchism and anarchist experiments with money and reading like Joseph Proudhon and his sort of ideas and experiments with money. And a lot of that is about it's this sort of screed against the parasitical middleman and how if only we redesign money and do away with banks and parasitical middlemen, everything
Mm.
will be better. And me, it
Like
just
there was a
felt
left wing, like that idea from a left wing tradition had already existed for quite a long time.
yeah. And what I found really interesting, and maybe I'd be interested to know if this is something that rings a bell for you too. Because for me, what was really interesting as well is coming from maybe a European perspective, it seemed like it was something quite peculiar as well to kind of almost an American kind of an anarchism where it was this weird blend of like socialist anarchism meets free market economics. But so it's something that I always thought was like very peculiar to Silicon Valley of sort of Californian ideology, like 1980s at the very earliest. But actually, this was like
Mm.
200 years old. This was like back when Silicon Valley was the Valley of the Heart's Delight and computers hadn't been invented and the Luddites were still around. So it was like, wow, maybe this sort of ideology has always adhered in American mutualism and American anarchism, and I just didn't know it. That it was this weird mix of socialism and anarchism